Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to study poem 6, Sonnet 73, That Time of the Year by William Shakespeare, which is included in your SSLC 10th Standard First Language English textbook part 2. This poem is beautiful reflection on aging, the passage of time and the intensity of love in the face of morality. Shakespeare compares the later stages of life to autumn, twilight, and dying fire, emphasizing the inevitability of death. The poem has 4 stanzas, each consisting of 4 lines. Quatrain. Through rich imaginary, Shakespeare shows how the awareness of morality makes love deeper and more precious. Now let's begin with first stanza, Autumn of Life. In this stanza, Shakespeare compares himself to late autumn when most leaves have fallen and only a few remain on the branches. The bare, ruined choirs symbolizes empty trees that once were full of singing birds, representing his youth and vitality that are now gone. The imaginary of cold and bare branches emphasizes the approach of old age and the inevitable decline of life. Let me give you an example for this. Just like an old tree in winter, the poet shows that youth and beauty are temporary and eventually we all face the autumn of life. Now let's move on to the second stanza, Twilight of Life. Here, life is compared to twilight, the period just after sunset. The fading light symbolizes the poet's old age and black night, represents death, which will eventually end all life. Shakespeare personifies death as a second self, something inevitable that brings rest to all. Let me give you an example for this. Just as the sun disappears and night follows, every life eventually ends in death. Now let me move on to the third stanza, Fire of Life. Shakespeare compares his life to a dying fire which still glows but lies on the ashes of youth. The fire, once strong and bright, is now consuming itself until it dies out. This metaphor shows how old age slowly consumes the energy and vitality that once nourished life. Let me give you an example for this. Like a candle burning down to its last flame, the poet illustrates that life eventually fades but leaves warmth and light behind. The next part is stanza 4, Love Strengthened by Awareness of Morality. The final stanza conveys the central message. The awareness of life's brevity makes love more intense and precious. Knowing that life is limited encourages the beloved to cherish every moment, making love deeper and stronger. Let me give you an example for this. When we know someone may not be with us forever, we value their presence more, like treasuring a rare flower that will soon fade. Students, now let us see what is the conclusion of Sonnet 73. It beautifully reflects on aging, morality, and love. Shakespeare uses autumn, twilight, and dying fire as a metaphor for old age, showing that awareness of our limited time makes love more profound. The poem reminds us to value people and moments while we have them and to cherish relationship deeply. Students, the moral is life is temporary and everything passes with time. The inevitability of death teaches us to love sincerely, appreciate every moment, and hold dear those we care about. Awareness of morality strengthens bond and makes love more meaningful. Students, thank you for listening. If you like the video, give a thumbs up, share, and do comment. See you in the next class. Until then, bye.